Hey everybody, it's Third Friday. Welcome to 78th Street Studio. It's March 19th. The sun is shining, couldn't be happier about that. And we've got a really nice crowd here tonight. We're happy to have you join us for our Facebook live stream, and we're also happy to be here in Smart Space this evening. We have some new talent joining us tonight. Behind me you might hear No Strangers here, an Irish folk trio who have been entertaining us tonight. And as we've had for the last several months, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Joy Van is spinning classics at the front door and hopefully entertaining the large crowds of people we've got there, socially distancing and lining up to get in the front door. So we have a terrific crowd here tonight. We're obviously continuing to follow all protocols. Masking is de rigueur for you Francophiles out there, and we have sanitizing stations throughout the building. And we are encouraging, obviously, social distancing for groups of people. But we've got a huge complex on 4 floors that spans 2 city blocks, and there seems to be plenty of room for the several hundred people that we have here tonight. So happy to welcome them, happy to welcome you. As I mentioned, we're in Smart Space on the first floor tonight in the west wing of 78th Street. And I'd like to ask you to join me to head just a few doors down the hall, where we're going to drop in for a visit with Dawn Tekler, checking out her encaustic artwork. Let's visit Dawn right now. Dawn?
Hi everybody, welcome to Third Friday. My name is Dawn Tekler, and this is my gallery, Dawn Tekler Studio. I'm located on the first floor in Suite 113, so hope you can make it if you have some time. I wanted to talk this month about the 2 paintings that are here. They are part of my tree series. I haven't done tree paintings for about 2 years, and I was recently inspired to start painting them again based on the weather and the amazing blue skies that we have. And I'm very much into exploring the contrast of the branches and the patterns that they make against the sky. I don't know if you're like me, but when I look outside in the winter, this is pretty much all I see. So I'm trying to get inspired by my surroundings living in Cleveland, Ohio in the winter. And then another new series that I started working on over the holidays is my rotation series. This is a fun departure for me, taking a little bit more of an abstract approach to my work. I'm exploring the different textures and colors and patterns that the wax makes as it melts, and how I can manipulate them to create these amazing organic shapes. And then exploring different color combinations. So they're just really fun pieces for me to make right now. So hopefully, if you have a chance to stop by tonight during Third Friday, if not, please schedule an appointment. You can always call me by reaching out to my website, dawntekler.com, or you can find me via the 78th Street Studio website. I have a lot of new work that I'm eager to share with you, so hopefully I will see you soon.
Thank you, Dawn. Happy to have you here tonight. And we're also happy to welcome Dawn's neighbors here at the west end of the first floor wing, 11-2 Gallery, who are hosting guest curators for the coming year, actually, in their secondary space. Jared Gephardt and Celeste Stauber. Just met them tonight, and they're actually showing their own work tonight. It's terrific ceramics and drawings. Really happy to have you guys here, Jared and Celeste. And happy to have the 11-2 crew here tonight as well. Besides 11-2, next door to them, Kinley Studio. Sean and Jen Kinley are showing their beautiful works. Megan Frankenfield is here with her awesome architectural acrylic paintings. And Ron Johnson and Betsy Morris are actually right in front of me in their beautiful studio showing their oil paintings. But now, let's head right over there, just catty-cornered from where I'm sitting, and drop in on Zach Kuhn with GalleryPlus.
Hello, my name is Zachary Kuhn, and I'm the owner-artist of GalleryPlus. Thanks for joining us tonight. As you may be aware, March is Women's History Month, and the gallery at Lakeland always does a visual journey of female artists throughout Northeast Ohio. And ever since I started GalleryPlus, I've always represented women artists. Currently, we have 3. The work behind me is the work of Samantha Bias. Samantha does some really cool and very unique photographic work. Her process is called chlorophyll process, and the images that you see behind me are actually burned into leaves using the sun. It's a really cool, totally sustainable process, something you really need to check out. She, in addition to the wall pieces, she also has on the table over here much smaller pieces, which are extremely affordable, only $50 a piece. And you can actually see that the image is burned all the way through the leaf. Very cool process. This work here is the work of Sandy Spinks. Sandy has been an artist here in the gallery for quite a while now. She was actually the last winner of the People's Choice Artist Showdown that I used to do here, which meant that she won a 3-month show, and after that she just stayed on as a regular artist. But you can see Sandy's work is really colorful, a lot of texture, very beautiful imaginative work. Basically, they're all abstract multimedia pieces. In addition to the paint pouring technique, she adds a lot of texture by having crushed stone, glass, sand, all kinds of other different like molding pastes and things like that to really build and enhance the images. And you can really get lost looking in the pieces and kind of seeing what images they stir up in your mind. You can really get lost and have a lot of fun. In addition, she also has smaller pieces as well. Missy Perlick works in fused glass. She makes pieces that are not only decorative but functional. Some examples are wine coasters and wine stoppers, cake trays, some table decorative art, and then a variety of sun catchers, from smaller to much larger wind chimes. In addition to the female artists, we also represent a couple of other artists. Sam Francasio, who works in mainly acrylics, but also oils. We also have works available from several artists who had been shown in the gallery in the past. So there's a wide variety of art there. And we also show my own work, which is infrared photography. And currently I'm doing a show called Wild Color, where I'm presenting my images in very bright, bold colors. There's also a range of presentations that you can get in all of my photography work, from the traditional matted and framed to prints on metal, prints on canvas. We can also do prints on acrylic. So there's a wide variety of ways you can get my work. And in addition to the framed, ready-to-hang pieces, we also have a variety of pieces that are matted and ready to frame that you can take care of yourself. Everything is made to fit standard size frames, so custom framing is not necessary. You can just go to any store that you like to buy frames from and get a standard size frame that these will all fit. So thanks again for stopping out. That gives you a quick overview of what we do here at GalleryPlus. So make sure you follow us on social media. It's like we're on Facebook and Instagram, or you can check out our website where we've got a lot of the works here available for sale on our online store. But thanks again for tuning in, and we're always open by appointment, so just reach out to me and we can set up a time for you to come in and have a nice, safe, private visit. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Zach, and thanks for showing your own photography and such a terrific array of artists with us. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of hubbub. We'd like to welcome this evening Lisa Nemeth and North Coast Promotions. Lisa's been bringing in a terrific array of guest artists to join us for Third Friday for, I think, 14 years. It's been a really long, terrific partnership. Just bringing some additional wonderful work in, all locally based. All high quality. So we're happy to have that group of artists with us tonight as well. However, Now, I'd like to ask you to walk with me a little bit further down this side of the room and drop in on some of our resident artists. We'll be going past Bruce Buchanan's Stained Glass Studio. Laurel Herbold and Cowtown Chad are actually here and open tonight. Next door to Laurel, Eric Rippert, painting studio. Eric should be joining us hopefully within the next couple of months. We're really looking forward to seeing Eric showing off his terrific paintings. But now, let's drop in on Eileen Dorsey, next door to Eric, right at the entrance to Smart Space. Eileen?
I'm Eileen Dorsey and welcome to my studio. I'm located on the first floor in Suite 105 of 78th Street Studios. A little bit about myself. I'm an artist. I've been doing this for a little while. I paint colorful pictures of landscapes, mostly forest scenes. I also create murals in restaurants and homes or outside of businesses around town. I was one of the collaborative artists that painted the first mural here in Gordon Square Arts District, so that's really fun. I also create jewelry, and I have some pillows with my artwork on it, and I have t-shirts and hats and all sorts of stuff, and you can find that on my online store at eileendorseystudio.com. I also create custom work in case there is a place that you're interested in remembering forever. It's a vacation spot, a family farm. I can take photos that you have and paint a painting in my style and give it my little twist. And an example of that is this one. This is actually depicting an area called World's End. I think it's in Pennsylvania. The couple would go there every year, and it was really important for them to have this in their home because it's been generations have been going to this one spot. So we had a couple meetings, we looked over some photos, and we talked about colors, and I was able to create this one. And this will be hanging in their house in just a few weeks, so it's not for sale, so sorry about that. But if you'd like to see more examples of my work, you can visit me online at eileendorsey.com. I have an archive of hundreds of paintings I've done in the last 10 years or so, and you could see some of the murals I've done as well. Please make sure you visit me online, though I post regularly. I'm on Facebook and on Instagram at Eileen Dorsey Studio. And every Wednesday of the month, I have this little segment called What's on the Easel Wednesday, where I go live and I show you what I'm working on the easel. So I change it up once a week, so it's always different stories. So I hope to see you later on tonight, and if not, on the social media. So I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Eileen. And now I'd like to invite you to join me as we head down one floor to our ramp level, where Art Neo is open tonight, showing the final night of Christine Mauersberger and her nephew Evan's beautiful screenscapes exhibition. Heading past Art Neo, we have the Byzantine open with their eclectic design and repurposed items. We're also entertaining John Logan, our docent with Art Neo, who's apparently hiding out up here. Sorry, hi John. But also downstairs, we'd like to welcome Victor Samalot and his wife Bobby, who are entertaining us tonight with their great mix of Latin, jazz, and pop. And Goode Style, another one of our resident businesses, with an eclectic array of antique, vintage items and some great original designs by Dave Krieger. But we're going to stop next door to Goode and stop in to visit with Valerie Mayan of Yellowcake Clothing Company. Hi, Valerie.
got my tickets. Sounds good.
Thanks.
On the program?
Hi, my name is Valerie Mayen. I'm the owner and founder of Yellowcake Shop Clothing Company. We are here at the 78th Street Studios building in the lower ramp level, right in between Goode Style and Fresh Eggs. We've been handmaking women's clothing and accessories and other small goods for over 11 years and counting, and we're excited to have you pop in and visit us. If you're not familiar with what we do make everything by hand here in our studio and in Cleveland proper. We have a small handful of women that work with us from their homes safely, and we are really committed to sustainable clothing and ethical and responsible handmade goods. A really unique part of our business that maybe a lot of people might not know about is that we offer free repairs on all of our products for the life of the product. Unlike fast fashion, we are part of a slow fashion movement, which means that we pay our laborers fairly. We make products that are built to last a lifetime. We try really hard to source sustainable materials and textiles when possible, and we repair your garments so that they don't have to go to landfill, so they can last you as long as possible. We also have a new program called our YC Second Shop, where clients can bring back used or pre-loved Yellowcake garments, and you can get a credit for those towards new products, and then we can resell those products to the general public who may not be able to afford our current new retail price points. So that way it's keeping fashion circular and everyone's happy. We are typically open on Tuesdays and Thursdays during the winter from 1 to 8 p.m. We do highly encourage appointments if when possible. It just allows us to maintain better safety precautions with minimal clients in the space at a time. And we'll be here on the weekends, usually for Third Friday and other small events from time to time. So be sure to check us out on Instagram at Yellowcake Shop, all one word, just like the dessert. Or you can find us on our website at yellowcakeshop.com.
Thank you, Valerie. Now, if you'd like to join me to head back up one landing, but before we go outside the front door, I would be remiss to not mention that I completely neglected to tell you that Susie Frazier, the fabulous Susie Frazier in Earth Minded Art, is also joining us tonight. We walked right past her studio, and I completely neglected to mention that earlier. So we're happy to have you here tonight, Susie. Thanks so much. So now, let's scoot past the crowds at the front door, head out into the north parking lot, and zip around the dock area to the our garden area, which hopefully is going to be popping back up in the spring soon, to the front door of KINK Contemporary. Terrific gallery, which is only accessible from the outside off our north parking lot. And we're going to drop in to hear a little bit about the closing night of their current exhibition, In Conversation, Voices of the Queer Community. KINK?
Hey, I'm Micah Satin. I'm part of In Conversation, Voices of the Queer Community. I'm one of the 5 artists being shown tonight. This is one of my pieces right here. Most of my work deals with my identity as a queer person. I kind of explore the changing of going from identifying as a straight person to identifying as a queer person. I talk about just kind of the challenges and struggles I experienced through that journey. So this painting in specific is kind of talking about this kind of pent up energy that I had before I came out. And I kind of use some expressive but very contained brush strokes and very contained shapes within the canvas to kind of represent that idea of this bubbling up of the desire to come out. Thanks for tuning in to the live Facebook event.
Thank you, Micah, and thank you, KINK. And while we're outside, I'd like, for what I hope will be one of the last chilly Third Fridays this year, I'd like to invite you, I'm really excited to invite you to join me to walk right around the corner, down 78th Street a few steps, to the front door of Current Art Space, one of our newest art spaces at 78th Street, a really interesting new project, and to stop in to hear a little bit about what Current is doing.
Welcome to Current. I'm Brittany. I'm one of the co-founders here. We are one of the newest spaces here at 78th Street Studios. Current is a community collective art space. Right now we have our ongoing exhibition called An Introduction that ends at the end of this month. It is featuring 4 young adult female identifying artists from different walks of life within the Cleveland community who are here sharing their work with us. We are so excited to make 78th Street Studios our home and have everyone come visit us on Third Fridays, as well as being the future home of 8 to 10 artists through our micro studios that'll be in existence in the other half of our space. So we hope that you will continue to come back and visit us for each new exhibition. In April, we have a BFA show coming up, followed by a wearable art show. So stay tuned for that. Check out our Instagram and our website. They are Current Cleveland, and that's a .org, or just Current Cleveland on Instagram for all of the latest things we have going on. And if you'd like to, join us tomorrow for the first Cafe Current. It's gonna be an art pop-up with 4 print-based artists, cashmere cookies, and Phoenix coffee. So come on out and visit us then as well from 10 to 2. Have a good night.
Thank you, Brittany. We're really excited to have Current join the creative community here at 78th Street Studios. And by all means, feel free to stop on out for Brittany's event, Brittany and Current's event tomorrow on Saturday, the 20th. So, conveniently, Current shares a little parking area with our next gallery, our next stop, HEDGE Gallery. So we're going to pop across 5 parking spaces, up the stairs on 78th Street, and visit with Hillary. She's opening a beautiful new exhibit of 2 artists tonight in HEDGE Gallery. Hillary?
Hi everyone, welcome back to Third Fridays at 78th Street Studios. It's March and we've got a new show up at HEDGE Gallery, which I'm really excited to tell you a little bit about tonight. If you're joining us live, we're so glad to welcome you back. If it's your first time back in, oh my gosh, a year, welcome. We are again trying to do everything as safely as possible here, maintaining a head count, making sure we stagger entrance, spread everybody out. So welcome back.
And if you're joining us from home, from the comfort of your own home, that's perfectly all right too. We're glad you're joining us. That's what matters. Thank you for the support. So tonight, like I mentioned, opening a brand new exhibition. For the past 3 years, HEDGE Gallery has been doing a printmaking spotlight where we highlight at least 2 to 3 different printmakers from the city. Tonight we've expanded, and this showcases photography as well. So we are showing artists Karen D. Beckwith, who is a printmaker, and Amber Ford, who is a Cleveland photographer. So I have both of these fabulous women artists on view. And I'm going to take you through the gallery a little bit and show you some of their work. So this is an example of some of Karen Beckwith's work. Karen is a master printmaker. She has incredible skills when it comes to lithography. These are specifically screen printed. Some of the prints in here are also monotypes and screen prints. We are showing a few of her lithographs as well. But recently she's been diving into this theme of looking at some of her hometown, which is Corey, Pennsylvania, rural areas, kind of the back alleys, the lost places where people have left their imprint on the land. Old mailboxes come into play as a theme in a lot of this recent work. And as you can see behind me, this is a variety of the same image, just printed in many different colors. Printmaking is such a fascinating medium and technique. She's using photography as her first reference point and then burning the photographs onto screens, which she then prints in several different colors onto paper. So as you go through the show, you'll see lots of different references to old mailboxes, greenhouses, again, these artifacts, these back alleys, delivery entrances that are attached to industrial buildings. Really interesting subject matter that she's bringing to life with these vibrant colors and textures. Amber Ford is a Cleveland photographer who actually just recently moved back. She was in New Orleans for a while doing work there, but now has come back to Cleveland to work. And I was really fascinated in exhibiting her work because it's along some of the same lines as Karen. So there's this interesting dialogue going on about the places and the people and how they interact with each other. So in a lot of Amber's work, you're going to see actual people and figures in their environment interacting with what's around them. Some photos, though, for instance, this specific one titled Lazy Boy, you see remnants of furniture, graffiti, some actual writing on the street, but it almost looks like this, abandoned streetscape. So remnants of what people have left behind and left an impression of in regards to their environment. So both artists are looking at this perspective. Amber more so from a human perspective, from people, actual people in the environment, while compared with Karen's work, it's kind of about the remnants and items that have been left behind or that are leaving a current impression on the environment. So both artists, whether it's black and white photography or screen print, silk screens, and printmaking, are studying that. And that's what we do at the gallery. We really try to create interesting dialogues, not only between the artists that are exhibiting, but also for you, the viewer, to take home with you or to study while you're here. Our artists are here tonight. We're so excited to welcome these two fabulous women artists into the gallery. This is the first time we've exhibited their work. So we're kind of breaking out of our norm tonight, our usual roster of artists, and focusing on these two fabulous artists. So thank you for joining us. We're going to show you a couple other things. Just an FYI, if you want to see this whole exhibition, you can view it online on our website, hedgeartgallery.com. Go to exhibitions, it'll pop right up. You can view every single piece in the show. We'll be releasing a video on YouTube like we do with all of our exhibitions as well, so you can engage with the artists and hear from them. And follow us on social media. We're on Instagram and Facebook pretty avidly, so you can keep up with what's going on in terms of artist talks and events and see a lot of the current work being posted. Thanks for your support. Hope we get to see you soon. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Thank you, Hillary, and thank you, Amber and Karen, for showing your beautiful and very personal prints and photographs with us tonight. Really excited to have you guys with HEDGE. So now let's head down the hall towards the center of the building from 78th Street, staying on the second floor. We're going to zip by Dr. Larry Waldman at Waldman Fine Arts and drop in on the guys at RampArts Gallery.
Hello, welcome to RampArts Gallery. Welcome to the March 2021 edition of Third Friday. Here at RampArts Gallery, in addition to our evolving and revolving eclectic collection of artists and makers' works, we're also highlighting the work of new photography from Jamal Carter. Jamal Carter is a very young artist and in fact is the first recipient of the River Gallery Mentorship Program, an award that we use, that we offer to worthwhile artists to kind of jumpstart, to kind of kickstart their art process. Jamal is putting on display here with us a series of photographs in the silver print process. We're really super proud of his work. We'll be seeing Jamal a little bit later today, so stop by and say hi to Jamal. Here at RampArts Gallery, we're also continuing to highlight the new work from Maya Matthews. Maya Matthews has on display with us a beautiful collection of hollow heads in 2 different sizes. They're beautiful collectible pieces, and I encourage you to come by today and check out Maya's work. We also continue to exhibit the new work from Rick Schmidt. These are beautiful compositions in paint and resin, all layered on board. They're fabulous. You have to come see these for yourselves. For more information or a look at some of the artists' works that we have here on exhibit at RampArts Gallery, be sure to visit us at our website, rampartscle.com. If you have any questions, go ahead and shoot us an email at ramparts.cle@gmail.com. Thanks for visiting us today.
Thanks, Randy, and thanks, RampArts. These guys show a beautiful and really diverse array of artists, very high quality work. So now, if you haven't had enough exercise, I'd like you to join me for a little 2-block hike on the second floor, past Kenneth Paul Lesko Fine Arts, who is also showing a new opening tonight, the works of Troy Gua. Definitely check out their website. They're here tonight and they're open. And we're going to continue into the west wing of the second floor, where I believe Hillary has sprinted past us, possibly performed a costume change, and she's going to show us a satellite exhibition for HEDGE Gallery in Suite 215 Gallery.
I'm back again. It's Hillary Gent from HEDGE Art Gallery. I'm down the hall from the gallery right now in Suite 215 Gallery, second floor of 78th Street Studios. We are continuing a satellite exhibition of Cleveland artist Dale Goode's work, prints and paintings mainly recent, some of them about 10 years old, but some very recent printmaking that Dale's been doing and that we've got on view here in the gallery. This exhibition continues through the end of May, so if you heard me talk about it last month and just haven't had a chance to check it out, the shows within this gallery space, this kind of temporary pop-up space, they last a little bit longer, so you've still got time to come out and see it. So if you're here online with us tonight, you can hop on HEDGE Art Gallery's website. You can check out every piece in this exhibition there, or you can come during the week. HEDGE Gallery and this space, as well as several of the other businesses here at 78th Street Studios, are open Wednesday through Saturday. So I would say if you come between the hours of 11 to 5, 11 and 6, and then Saturday noon to 4, you're going to catch a lot of us here doing our daily activities, and you can view the exhibitions then as well. Next Wednesday, March 24th, we are doing an artist talk with Dale Goode in this space. That's from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. So if you want to meet the artist, if you're curious about Dale, his name has been out there for a few years now. He showed at the Front Triennial a few years ago in 2018, and that really put him on the map. And so if you want to meet Dale and check out this exhibition, talk with him, he's an incredible person to meet in person. We're going to have a very small, under 20 person artist talk here. Again, that's March 24th, next Wednesday, 5:30 to 7:30. So that's on our website too. Dale's work has continued to be posted on our social media, so we hope you'll check it out. Thanks.
Thank you again, Hillary. And we hope you'll be able to join us next week for Dale's talk here at 78th Street. So right now, I'd like you to invite me to join. I'd like to invite you to join me as we drop in on Mark Krieger, whose studio is immediately next to Gallery 215, who's joining us for the first time since the pandemic began. We're so happy to have Mark back tonight. Let's drop in and see what he's been up to. Mark?
Well, welcome to my studio. This is it. All happens here. It's pretty busy right now. I've got 1, 2, 3, kind of 4 active projects and a couple of long-term ones back there that I take a whack at every once in a while. 5. There's another one there. I'm a painter, and I also do a lot of portrait drawing. You can see the paintings here. I've got this small one that I began some time ago, actually, and I finished 2 recently. This one has been sitting, as has this. This one actually is the oldest painting in the place, and it's the biggest. And it sat for a long time because it got to a very satisfying point, and then I decided I wasn't sure where to go with it. So I started a bunch of small projects, and lo and behold, as I knew would happen, after I finished a few small ones, I knew exactly what I needed to do here. So I started working back into this. So this is about 10 feet long, and the other ones are there, and there. So I have also, I draw. I went to the Cleveland Institute of Art. I had pretty good training in drawing, and I like to do it. I don't have anything to say, particularly with realistic painting or realistic work, except, of course, for commercial work, if I have to do a mural or something like that. And about 2007, I began traveling. I was teaching at that time, and I began traveling to Central America with the school where I taught, to Honduras, and I fell in love with the kids, and I began doing a series of portraits of the children that I met. So that continued over a number of years as I as I would travel to Honduras. The number of portraits actually is at this point is over 70. I stopped teaching and I stopped traveling there a few years ago. But then at the end of 2019, a little over a year ago, I traveled to the U.S.-Mexico border, where I have some good friends who are connected with immigration work, and I began a series of portraits of children that were living actually in Mexico on the street in Ciudad Juarez. They were living in tent camps with their families. They were the ones who were not allowed to apply in this country. So whatever your opinion is on the actual legal situation, it was their particular situation was very compelling. So I started those. Here's one that I started in 2019. I brought the starts back here, and then I worked from photographs. So this one is a very sad one. This particular kid was exhausted. She was a teenager. She needed a shower. She couldn't keep her eyes open. I simply took a few photographs and then did what I saw. This is a poster of another one of them. The actual one is this size, but it's now down at the framer. So this one here is this is what I would come back with. This is maybe 20 minutes work. It was freezing cold. We were in a bus shelter. There was people walking all around. I had permission of the parents to actually draw the kids, and then the kids, of course, were tired, so they couldn't pose for very long. So I would get what I could. I would chat with them a little bit. I have a very rudimentary Spanish, and then I would take a couple pictures and come back and work them up here. I have no plans of doing anything with these. I'm keeping them together as a group for the statement that they make as a group. So that's that. So between the paintings and the drawings, I'm pretty busy, but I've got some other things I'm working on too. Come on over here. For many years, in my teaching years, I was a watercolorist. I did watercolor because watercolor was the medium that allowed me to pick it up and put down. I could do a little bit of work on something for a few minutes before I went to work, and then come, just let it. Watercolor you can do that with. With oil or acrylic, you have to actually finish the work as the paint dries and sets up. So I did a lot of watercolors, and that I made my bread and butter with them for years. My reputation. Most of the work of mine that's around town from that period is watercolor, and I've started. I pulled out some old ones that I never quite finished or wasn't satisfied with, and I'm working back into them and adding to them, and things that had nagged me for a long time. So I'm working those through as well, and I've started some new ones. I started some big ones, actually. This one here is a watercolor. It goes horizontally, it doesn't go vertically. I started this one a while ago, and I just add to it as I get an idea to work on it. So probably at some point something's going to click, and I'll dig into it for a couple of months and it'll be finished. But I did a series of them. There's a few outside that are framed. There's some others are at the gallery where the rest of my work is. So that's what I do. I have a website, markkriegerstudio.com, and my email is markkrieger.studio@gmail.com. And I can be reached that way at any time.
Thanks, Mark. We've enjoyed your beautiful paintings and your drawings in your absence, but we're so happy to have you back this month, so welcome back. So now let's cut around the corner. We're going to zip past Blank Canvas Theater, which unfortunately has obviously been dark throughout the pandemic, but we really hope to see them reopen soon. They've been making do with a terrific array of cabaret performances. Right behind where I'm sitting on our first floor, it's basically drive-in theater, the only live theater in Cleveland for the past several months. And they're doing monthly shows. I think their next production's coming up in April, so by all means check out the Blank Canvas Theater website for more details, and it's a really fun evening of performances if you haven't seen it already. But right next to Blank Canvas's lobby, we're going to stop in and visit with the indescribable Poetry Psychic Project.
Hello, my name is Dennis Michael Griesmer, and I'm the creator of the Poetry Psychic Project, which you can find in Studio 224 at West 78th Street. The Poetry Psychic Project is a performance, a piece of theater, where I ask the question, can you find your fortune in a random poem? Right now, I'm doing an open session virtually with a bunch of people who signed up in advance. But for those of you who are watching this live stream and didn't have the opportunity to sign up, I'm going to pick a poem for all of you to give you a small demonstration of how this works. In this box are a bunch of poems I have found and memorized over the past 3 years. And in this box are a series of brass coins, one coin for every poem. If I was doing a reading for you, I'd reach in here, I'd slide my hand around, and you would say, Dennis, take that one. And I would pull out the coin I was touching at that moment. 13. So we'd find 13 in the box, and I would give that to you if we were able to be together, or I would mail it to you if we were doing this virtually. And then I would perform the poem for you. 13 is a poem by Dan Albergati, Things to Do in the Belly of the Whale. Measure the room, count the ribs, notch the long days. Look up for blue sky through the spout to make small fires with the broken hulls of fishing boats. Practice smoke signals. Call old friends and listen for echoes of distant voices. Organize your calendar. Dream of the beach. Look both ways for the dim glow of light. Work on your reports. Review each of your life's 10 million choices. Endure moments of self-loathing. Look for the evidence of those before you. Destroy it. Try to be very still and listen for the sound of gears and moving water. Listen for the sound of your heart. Be thankful that you are here, swallowed with all hope, where you can rest and wait. Be nostalgic. Think of all the things you did and could have done. Remember, treading water in the center of the still night sea, your toes pointing again and again down, down into the black depths. If we were together, I'd ask you what phrase or words you most easily remember from the poem. And then we'd figure out together, why those words? Why this poem? Why this moment? There's more to coincidence than science or religion can imagine. Thanks for supporting Third Friday. Sorry you can't be here. If you want to learn more, send me an email at readings@poetrypsychicproject.com. Have a great evening.
Thanks, Dennis. Love what you've done with the place. So folks, that about does it for tonight. We're so glad you were able to stream with us. We really look forward. We know that there's a lot going on right now. We are counting on you and your families having been safe over the past year. We really hope you've been safe and healthy. But we also know that there are a lot of shots going into the arms right now. I've got my appointment next Thursday So excited. By all means, sign up for that. I'm pretty sure the website is gettheshot.ohio.gov. Little public service announcement there. But we really hope that you'll be joining us sometime soon. Personally, we really look forward to just opening up our doors in what we hope will be an unrestricted manner yet this year, possibly within the next few months, if numbers continue to trend in the way that they have been, and that we can all stay safe. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, be well, and again, support the local arts. We're really happy you were able to join us tonight. I do want to point out that we've recorded this entire live cast this evening, and that'll be posted at a much higher quality on our YouTube channel shortly, probably within a week or so. But you can then kind of search through it expediently and maybe refresh yourself or review any of the artists that you'd like to revisit with over the next coming month. So in the meantime, stay with us. Feel free to join us when you feel comfortable. And by all means, sign up for our YouTube channel if you'd like to have the option of checking this out again, if you can stand listening to me for another few minutes. So until next month, we'll see you in April. Be well. The days are getting longer, the sun is getting brighter, and the temperatures are getting warmer. Be safe, have a great time, and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.